Hello,
Hello,
everybody.
everyone.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Hello, everyone.
It
Oh,
seems like I'm echoing.
yeah. Is it from
Hi,
my
how you
side?
doing?
I think so.
What do I need to
It
do?
seems like
You have
you have
something
some
on
from
or
my duplicate
duplicates
things. So, what do I
versions
need to
of
do?
YouTube on.
Oh, I think that's better. Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, great. I'm so sorry. I told you I'm so new at these things. So,
That's all right.
how are
It's all
you?
about. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. I
I
have
have
been
been
trying to get
trying to get
everything
everything
together.
together,
And every
and
time I
every
think
time
I've
I think
finished,
I've
something
finished,
new
something
comes up
new
and I
comes
have
up,
I
to
and I have to
know.
make an adjustment. So
adjustment. So
it's fine.
it's fine.
There's been
Anyway,
so much news on
so
the
much
Sussexes.
is flooding in.
Flooding in.
But first of
But
all,
first of
let's
all, let's
welcome
welcome
everyone
everyone
because
because
they can hear
they
us
can
in the
hear us
chat.
in the
It's
chat.
still
It's still
echoing.
echoing.
Oh, is
Mm,
it? I
mm.
don't know what else I can do. Let me shut down
Let me
Let me
see
see
if
a
I
few
have
if I
things.
anything
have it.
open. Yeah, I'm going to
I'm
shut
going to shut
down
down
as many
as many
instances of
instances of
YouTube that I
YouTube
have
that I have
open.
open.
Yeah, I've done
Yeah,
that.
I've done that.
Okay. Is it still echoing? I don't know if there's anything else I can shut down, unless if it's my phone. Shall I try and close it up? It's not open, it's just charging.
Okay. Let me try
Let me
and
try
see.
and see.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still
still
echoing.
echoing.
Or shall I come out and come back in?
I think you
I
should
think you
try
should
that.
try that.
Okay. How do I even leave
Except,
studio? Okay.
I'm the one
I'm
with
the
the
one
with the
with the
echo.
echo.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Yes. So
So
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, what do I do
What do I
now?
do now?
I know. Technology, hey?
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
exactly.
Hmm. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, I'm still here.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello,
Hello,
everybody. How are
everybody.
you
How are you
doing? Let me
doing? Let
just
me
begin.
just begin.
Oh no,
Oh
but it's
no,
still
but it's still
echoing.
echoing.
Okay, you know what
Okay,
I'm
you
going
know
to
what
do?
I'm
I'm
going to
going
do?
to
I'm
go
going to
out
go
and
out
come
and
back
come
in.
back.
Okay, do I stay or shall I leave and come back?
No,
No,
you just stay
you
where
just
you
stay
are.
where you
Let
are.
me just
Let me
leave.
just leave.
Okay. Hello, guys. It's my first time, so I'm quite unsure what I'm doing. But how's everyone doing? We might as well chat until Isabella comes back. There she is. Welcome
Okay, let's
back.
see
Okay,
whether
let's
it's
see whether
better
it's
now.
better now.
Hello,
Hello,
everyone. How are you
everyone. How are
doing?
you doing?
It's actually okay from my side. I can hear you
Okay.
well.
Okay.
How are you
How are you
keeping?
keeping?
Let me
Let me
talk to the
talk
people
to the
in the
people in
chat
the
to
chat
see
to
whether
see
it
whether
would
it would
even out
even
over
out
time.
over time.
Okay.
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 I've just
I've
seen
just seen
your
your
message
message
in
in
your private
your
chat message.
chat message.
So that's good
So that's
because
good
we'll be
because
able
we'll
to
be
use
able
it
to
to
use it to
communicate.
communicate.
Oh, I didn't know. Did I send you a message? Oh, okay, okay. I see it. I see it. I'm so. I was trying to comment on the main comments and I sent it to the wrong place. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Okay,
let me
let me
welcome
welcome
everyone.
everyone.
Okay, they
Okay,
said
they said
maybe I need
maybe
to
I need
mute
to
you,
mute
so
you, so
maybe I
maybe
should
I
do
should
that.
do that.
Okay.
Let me
Let
try
me
that.
try that.
All right. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? How are you keeping? I doubt that there is anything in the news which could put me in a bad mood. And I think that would be the second or the third time I'm saying that this week. And it just goes to tell you how um, seeing the successes does put me in a good mood. Our faves are doing well, and I'm so happy for them. If you're new here, I am Wheezy. Welcome to Isabella Bank's YouTube channel where we discuss all things Harry and Meghan. How are you doing? I hope you've been having a great week so far. I hope your week has been as good as mine. Let me say hello to the people in the comment section. So Marcia is telling me that there's no echo now. Okay, that's good to know. We're gonna have to figure out something though. I think when um my guest is speaking, I will put myself on mute, and that will help prevent the echo from sounding out as badly as it has been. But before she comes on, let me introduce her. So, joining us today is a new Sussex friendly content creator. Her name is House of Sussex, or her channel name rather is House of Sussex. Please, can we give the House of Sussex a warm welcome in the comment section? So later on in the live stream, House of Sussex is going to be introducing herself to us, telling us how she intends to support Harry and Meghan later in the live stream. And then we're going to have the opportunity to ask her a few cheeky questions, which should be fun. The aim is to get through as much of the Sussex news round as possible so that we can do an archetypes quiz. It's on episode 1, which is the misinterpretation of ambition, misconception of ambition, the one that Meghan did with Serena Williams. So, I know I didn't exactly tell us which one we were going to be doing the quiz on last week, but I thought better we start now than hold off until everyone says that they are ready. Hopefully, that will motivate everyone to go back and have a listen when they see how well or badly they have done at the end of the quiz. Um, so in the meantime, let me start off the live stream with the discussion about um, Meghan and Harry. Meghan's speaking at the SX South by Southwest event in Texas. So, as we know, Meghan, through the Archwell Foundation, co hosted a keynote panel, Breaking Barriers, Shaping Narratives, How Women Lead on and Off the Screen. And that was yesterday, right? She spoke alongside fellow visionary leaders Katie Couric, Brooke Shields, and Nancy Wenyu in a conversation moderated by 19th Erin Haynes. The panelists discussed the ongoing effect of media and its role in shaping how women are perceived. And it was just lovely to see Meghan doing her thing confidently. And I will not be playing the video within,
I've said this
but
for so many years,
hold on.
and I hope that it starts.
Let's just listen to the audio. So I'm just gonna, you let me know whether you can hear it, okay?
The land, but I think we can all agree that representation matters in terms of if you're a young girl and you see yourself in a position of power or strength or leadership, you can believe that that is possible. If you look out on the screen or you look out in the world and you see no one that looks like you, it is incomprehensible for most people to imagine that they can have that level of success or joy or strength, whatever it may be. And the key thing that I think needs to be focused on in terms of equity is that it's not a zero-sum game. Just because someone else has the same advantage that you do doesn't mean that you're losing anything. And it actually creates an environment that is so fair, but also inclusive, where people feel as though they have a seat at the table, as they should.
So, House of Sussex, did you say that it has cut off for you? Okay, working again. Okay, that's great. All right, great. So I think, it's so nice to hear her speaking intelligently and articulately as we know her to be. And you can tell that she just loved being in that environment. I'm so happy for her that she is not just stuck in the house, living and talking baby talk because she's got small children, but that she's able to come out and do adult things, pursuing the things that she has always loved to do. So, just looking at it all, you can almost understand the reason why people don't like Meghan, because she just seems to be someone who is so privileged. But that's a them problem, see? It's not a her problem, because it's not her fault that she's so privileged. And one of the best things about her is that she does not take her privilege for granted. The loads of women, working women in the world, it's not just America, all over the world, who are single parents, don't have as much resources, and then Megan's got money, and then Megan's got money, and then Megan's got a husband who loves literally the air she walks into. As I'm going to show you, Harry was a picture, a right picture. It seems like every time they look at each other, they fall for each other all over again. The link to House of Sussex's YouTube channel is at the top of the chat, so you can just scroll up to go to subscribe to House of Sussex's YouTube channel. Yeah, Meghan is altogether an all-rounder, beauty and brains. I'm just going to play you the part where she was talking about her privilege for a second. Why can't I get onto live chat? But you are in the live chat, Lottie.
I'm fortunate in that, amongst the privileges that I have in my life, I have an incredible partner. My husband is such a hands-on dad and such a supporter of me and our family, and that I don't take for granted. That is a real blessing.
Oh, lovely to see the appreciation, because if you're a parent who has got a son who is loving on a woman so strongly, I have seen that a lot of mothers are usually very scared that the women that their sons are with would take advantage. But Meghan has always shown how much she loves Harry, and how much she respects him. So, nothing to worry about, literally. Nothing to worry about at all. Um, the panelists discussed the issues that affect women in general, which was quite appropriate given that it was International Women's Day. And then the conversation turned to social media bullying. And Meghan also discussed her experience with social media bullying. Um, have you guys heard that clip? If you haven't, I'm going to play it now for you to hear. Just a second. Let me
Social
pull the.
media is a
So this is Meghan's clip on social media and what she had to say about it. She has given the British media so much content. I'm sure this is all they are going to be talking about next week. Okay, I'm going to let it play now.
social media is a environment that I think has a lot of that. It's really interesting as I can reflect on it. I keep my distance from it right now just for my own well-being, but the bulk of the bullying and abuse that I was experiencing in social media and online was when I was pregnant with Archie and with Lily and with a newborn with each of them. And you just think about that and you to really wrap your head around why people would be so hateful. Not catty, it's cruel. Why you would do that? And certainly when you're pregnant or you have a newborn, we all, as moms, it's such a tender and sacred time. And I think, you can either succumb to it or nearly succumb to how painful that is. And maybe in some regards, because I was pregnant, that mammalian instinct just kicked in. Do everything you can to protect your child and as a result, protect yourself too. But, I think as we look at what's happening in social media, there is so much work to be done in terms of keeping people safe. That starts as we see what's happening with children and their exposure to things, but also just creating these habits that what I find the most disturbing, frankly, especially as a supporter of women, is how much of the hate is women completely spewing that to other women. And I cannot make sense of that because I understand that there are certain platforms. So today's a really good example. This is being streamed on one of those platforms.
So it's the way she's able to have heavy discussions in a very light-handed manner as well, because she could be very teary and gloomy and heavy-spirited, and she could be mean about it, but it's nothing like that. It's just really calling it out and giving her opinion on it and moving on from there. So it's really nice to see. Um, I have a question though. Would it be Harry and Meghan if they did not find a way to connect with each other in the midst of the crowd? Because this was Meghan's um, reaction when somebody asked her about something about what she does as a wife. And then there's a video where she was winking at Harry. Unfortunately, I can't play it for you on here, but I will leave a link to that video just because of how funny it is in the description box so that you can have a look at it and laugh with me. Can I say how much how much we stand, Ristan, and Pakistan, a man who will support his wife no matter what, like unashamedly. Look at Harry's face. Look at how proud he is of her. And that's her friend Marcus. And I don't know the name of the lady sitting on the other side of Harry, but look at her face as well. All of them, they just look so very proud of Meghan as she is taking part in this conference. And I thought just crossed my mind. Just look at how just look at Prince Harry and their tribe. And I think that as adults, this is kind of what we need to do for ourselves, because not all of us have similar relationship with family as Harry and Meghan do, and then are somehow lost because we don't know how to exist outside of the family setting. But we kind of have to do what they did, which is to build our own family outside of the family that we were initially nurtured in. Anyway, what I get from this is that Harry and Meghan have built a village around themselves, and this is a skill that every adult needs to build for themselves. This is one area I myself am very interested in, and down the road, I will be talking to everyone about this. Also, Harry and Meghan are children of the in between. The more I study them, the more they fascinate me, because they are an example of what can happen even though your circumstances are not picture perfect. What do I mean? But they are children of the in between. These are children who you would think, looking at them from outside, I mean, for instance, Harry was born into wealth class of the highest class, and yet he was one of the most miserable children ever. Meghan, okay, she, let's call her upbringing middle class, but who knew her dad was such a douche, you know? And when people saw them at the time when Thomas Markle was with her mother, perhaps when she was out with her dad, people would often look at them and think, oh, this is such a nice family unit. But they didn't know that Meghan's step siblings were being awful to her mom and her. This is something I think that is not discussed enough, and the children who are often referred to as the poor little rich kids, what society often does for them is to ask them to shut up, because it appears inconceivable that these children need anything. I mean, your parents you were born in a castle. What do you need? And perhaps for Meghan, they might have thought, well, you have everything as well. What do you need? And it just goes to show you that it just goes to show you that the children, it seems like society is just built for children who have everything set up perfectly, and nobody really wants to deal with the awkward situations. Like, and oftentimes these people struggle in society because they're not really given the skills that they need to thrive in adulthood. If it wasn't, this is why Harry going to Africa all the times that he did when he was younger did so much for him, because I believe that his foster parents, let's call them those foster parents in Africa, taught him a lot about how to be a man, how to be a human. And the fact that he always wanted to be good and hardworking and all of those things, rather than a lazy layabout rich man's son, also speaks to the upbringing that he had. But that's my opinion on it anyway. Um, Let me see before I move on to the next thing. So my question to all of us who support Harry and Meghan is, how do Harry and Meghan inspire us all? Okay, because of the echo, I'm going to mute myself until I figure out how to be on the screen the same time as another person. This is the first time. Is it the first time? It's not the first time I've actually had somebody come in. And it didn't echo then. So I'm not quite sure what's happening now. But in any case, I'm going to mute myself and bring House of Sussex on. So my question is, House of Sussex, what do you think about the conference Meghan just took part in? That's one. And then the second question is, how does Harry how does Harry and Meghan inspire you as a person? Okay, I'm going to mute myself now so that House of Sussex can give us her opinion.
Hello? Right. I loved the conference. I saw quite a bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. Meghan, as always, she was very eloquent. She was very thoughtful. And it was just great to see her in her element. She's such a people's person that you can see it from when she was answering all the questions. No, the whole thing was great. It was a topic she loves. Anything in support of women, she loves it. So it's really good. Can't remember what the second question was.
The second question, how does Harry and Meghan inspire us?
Are you laughing?
Yeah, the echo is making me laugh. How does
Okay.
Harry and Meghan inspire you?
Right, there's a lot of things I admire about them. Much like what you said, Harry comes from great privilege, but he's so down to earth. He's so relatable. And I think we can all learn that no matter what the status you have, whatever station you're in, whether you're a manager at a job, a supervisor, an owner of a company, just to be able to relate to the people around you will be great.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Another thing that I admire about Harry is that he's so open-minded. So imagine he came from one of the most racist families in the world, not just the country, in the whole entire world. And he was still able to have the courage to marry someone with a black parent. Just the amount of pressure on him not to do so will be immense. Meghan, I love Meghan. I love everything about Meghan. But let me just give you two. She has a great sense of self-worth, like her confidence. There was a story Harry told in Spare where they had an argument and Harry didn't quite behave in the best of manners. But Meghan went away and then quietly told him, I will not be accepting that from you. How many women do you know that has met a prince, a very popular prince, will be able to tell him, I will not tolerate this from you?
I know, right?
So it takes, so that inspires me in terms of self-worth. You just need to know who you are, believe in yourself, and I don't know.
What did you think about her mother bringing her up to have that level of self-worth?
I think it came from the fact that the dad, from what I'm gathering, must have been so awful. It's very hard for a woman with a young child, I think she was 6 or thereabouts, when they're divorced, to divorce. So he must have been quite awful. And by account of what he's doing currently to Meghan, you can see, in my opinion, that she had to have the self-belief to leave.
Yeah.
And I think she's instilled that self-belief in Meghan. And it's amazing to watch. It's amazing to see. That's part of the reason that they're so successful outside
Yeah,
the palace walls.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then you can
Then you can
understand why
understand
they
why
said
they said
that.
that.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
I mute myself. Go on.
Yeah, so you can understand the reason why they said that King Charles called Meghan tungsten, which is supposed to be, I know what that word means, but let me actually Google it. Tungsten meaning. So it says it's a hard steel gray metal of the transition series. It has a very high melting point. So this is the reason why he called her tungsten, because she I'm sure he must have put her under or seen her operating under a lot of pressure and she didn't break. This is the reason why he decided he would be calling her tungsten. Anyway, so it's so great to see them going about and doing what they love to do and keeping on brand. I think they were also hoping that Harry and Meghan would misbehave and then they would be able to say, there you see. But no, actually, their behavior has been exemplary since they stepped back from working as members of the royal family. So, um, good for them. Good for them. Um, just moving on to the next thing. Uh, guess what? Harry and Meghan went visiting members of Uvalde, the members of Uvalde's shooting victims, while they were in Texas. I think on their way home, they've chosen to go see some of the members of the victims of the shooting incident from, was it last year or 2022? And just look at Megan. She has such a large persona that you don't realize how petite she is. And you just look at her beside, this must be a teenager. And she's visiting them at home. There's a video as well of her singing happy birthday to the boy's mother. Um, and this is another photograph she has taken with the child in the family. And I think people remember you for how you make them feel. And then there's one thing about Megan is that she will make you feel good. Good, good. She will make you feel good. And this is exactly what she seems to be doing with this young man. House of Sussex, what do you think? I'm muting myself.
I think it's amazing. It's again one of their qualities, the ability to be committed. So they heard about the shooting, they went and visited the area and the families concerned, but they've continued to keep in contact, to ask after them. It's almost as though they've built a relationship with them. It's amazing. If you compare that to Kate, who in some cases have not been to any of the charities that she's patron of for years, these,
I wanted
I
you to
wanted you
hear
to
me
hear me
laughing.
laughing.
but it's true. These people, she's not doing this as part of her patronages. This is just from sheer love, like any mother will feel, or, you don't have to be a mother, anyone will feel when you hear about a shooting in a community. So I think it's amazing. I'll mute myself again.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I just when I saw this, I was just like, oh, this is so nice. At the same time, I was not even surprised. It just seemed to me like, oh, this is very on brand. This is exactly what I expect from Harry and Meghan. Something happened in the area where they were visiting. They are going to double back to say, oh, when we were here the last time, so and so happened. What's the follow up? How are you doing? How have you recovered from what happened the last time? Our thoughts and prayers are with you. They are normal human beings. They are normal human beings. Oh dear. So before I go to the comments to have a look at what we are talking about in there, I'm just going to go to the next story, okay? And here, excuse what you're seeing on the screen, okay? The point is not to ache your eyes, but I just wanted to make a point by bringing this story about William. You know, yesterday while Meghan was giving that speech at the South by Southwest conference, William chose that same day. William chose that same day to do something. Apparently, one of the Earthshot Prize winners recently secured a deal with Levy UK plus Ireland to produce plastic free disposable food packaging, which is going to be used across 50 plus sports and entertainment venues over a 3-year period. Okay, so why am I talking about this? It's mainly because I realized that William and the people who follow him really believe the hype that royalty is enough. Royalty makes him popular enough to beat the interest in whatever Harry and Meghan are doing. He's still not got the point that this is not possible. The title of my video is really making the derangers upset. Princess Meghan, thank you for engaging with my channel. If I knew that was what it would take to bring you to my channel, I would call her Princess Meghan all the time. So from now on, it's Princess Meghan, and that is all. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about. So William has still not got it right. He still thinks that he can be in competition with Harry and Meghan. Otherwise, because he had every opportunity to put his event on another day. And do you know what? The funniest thing is that this event had nothing to do with him. Yes, it was a deal secured between an Earthshot winner and somebody else. He was the third party in this situation. He didn't really need to be there. So it was really him just testing to see what would happen if he went out and did an event on the same day Meghan was doing something and see whether that would distract people's attention away from Meghan. And that was an epic fail. There were more than enough people who paid attention to Meghan. She has never ever wanted it to soak up all the attention because there's room enough in the sky for everyone. Anyway, he's still not learned his lesson. Anyway, good luck to the Earthshot winner. Mm. And guys, remember how we talked about Uncle Gary? Uncle Gary, who entered the Celebrity Big Brother house to slag off Harry and Meghan to cause more incitement and hatred towards Harry and Meghan. Well, turns out Uncle Gary has gotten the boot. He's the first to be evicted from the Big Brother house. The good people of Britain had the good sense to evict him first because he was spewing nothing but hate. I think the next thing, yeah, you're right. I should change Meghan's title from princess to queen. That would really make their heads blow. Anyway, so Uncle Gary only went on there to display the hypocrisy of the royal family. Because before he went on there, if you're just looking at the article on the left that you have on the screen, it says Celebrity Big Brother signing up Kate Middleton's uncle in blow to Sussexes. He went on there to talk about Harry and Meghan, slag them off, and then says Kate Middleton's uncle shuts down question over her whereabouts on Celeb Big Brother due to code of etiquette. What etiquette? What are we? What etiquette? The person I hope that they will get rid of next is Skeletoria. But in any case, what does this tell me? It tells me that the British public are tired of the Harry and Meghan bashing. The media have done it so much now. I think that the public now feels sorry for Harry and Meghan. And this just goes to show you that calling out the media, it absolutely does work. It does work. For instance, Piers Morgan has been forced to become a YouTuber. Talk TV is closing down. GB News is slowly dying. Dan Wooten has been kicked out. And now Gary Goldsmith has been kicked out of the Celebrity Big Brother house. Guys, we did that. Absolutely, we did that. If there was no pushback, it would have been an entirely different situation. Okay. So, to that end, may I remind you to subscribe to this channel if you have not already done so. If you're a new subscriber, go ahead to subscribe to the channel. Your subscription helps us to get seen by more people as we continue the battle of online perception against the reputations of Harry and Meghan. Okay? If this is your first time here, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. If you have already subscribed, thank you very much for subscribing. Please hit the like button. Like as I speak to you, let's assume that we are in class. Please hit the like button. I am carrying out an experiment to see how many likes and how many comments I can get on this video. Please leave a heart emoji in the comment section if you feel like you don't have anything to say. As you might have heard on this channel, and you're probably tired of hearing me say it, we have a target of 3,000 subscribers before the end of March. Please support us by subscribing on the channel to help us achieve this goal. Thank you very much. And before we go on, let's have a proper discussion. I think what I would do to avoid the echo, House of Sussex, is that I will put my questions to you in the chat, in the private chat. So I'll put my questions to you in the private chat. But let's ask the House of Sussex all those cheeky questions so that we can get to know her better. Okay, I'm going to mute myself so that you can take the mic.
Okay, I'm just waiting for your question. So the question is, where was I born? I was born in Nigeria. I'm a Niger babe. So I'm sort of related to Meghan. I'm just joking. What's my relationship status? Well, I'm currently single, but I am not looking. I'm enjoying my freedom, unless if I find myself a Prince Harry. So someone else needs to give birth to Prince Harry for me to get into another relationship. I have already discussed much of the things I admire about Harry and Meghan, so I love their love for each other, which is one of the things you said. A man that proudly shows that he loves his woman. I love that about him. And the same way Meghan shows that she loves him. I always say, it's true love because she left her whole world to follow him, and then he in turn left his whole world to follow her. Can't say better than that. Why did I start my channel? Wow. So it's a bit of a story. So I was caught up in the relationship from the beginning, even though I don't follow the royals. Like everyone else, I then became quite annoyed and I can't speak, frustrated, I can't say that word, okay, with how the media were treating Meghan, especially. I started to find other people online with similar opinions. From there, I stumbled onto the Sussex Squad podcast with Tina and Michelle, and I was regularly watching that for a very long time. From them, then I was introduced to quite a lot of pro Harry channels, So that's how I got in touch with Harry and Meghan. But essentially, I started a channel because I just love the community that everyone has cultivated. There's a lot of hate out there, and in the Sussex Squad, there's a sense of community. I also like that if I'm talking too much, just tell me to stop. I also like that we
okay.
sorry.
No, I said that's okay.
I also like that we are making a record of history. I think it's important that it's noted that we do not think that what they're doing to Meghan, especially, but both of them, is unacceptable. It's unacceptable behavior. And believe it or not, I think all this documentation calling out all the nonsense that the media are doing, that the royal family are keeping silent about, that her father is doing, that the stepmom to Harry, Camilla, is doing, it's all a record of history to say no. When this was happening, some people said it was unacceptable. They cannot say they did not know. But anyway, that's a long story. Go on.
Okay.
Okay, so my immediate goal is to learn to create a video that people actually enjoy. I want them to be able to watch it all the way to the very end, engage with it, and for it to feel as though I'm representing Harry and Meghan well. My medium-term goal is to be monetized, so increase my following, increase the watch hours, and then my long-term goal is to try and create a channel where we feel like a family. Maybe you can have like panel discussions on it, and for us to really grow together with Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
That's what I want to achieve with my channel. And also to be a voice, most importantly, to call out the BS.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what's going on in the comments. Does anybody have any questions for House of Sussex, or should we just continue? Let me see. Someone said, that's good. I'm from Jos Plateau State. John Wang. Hello, John.
Hey, John, Niger.
Okay, that's good. All right, so let's welcome House of Sussex one more time. You're very welcome to the team. I think the goal for me will be to see you grow to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. As one of those Afrobeat musicians says, we grow by lifting others up. So I was also helped when I first started. In fact, I'm still being helped by the OGs of the Sussex Squad community. Reba Henderson, Gwen Daniel, Marcia Weir, Lydia Washington, they all put their arms, Rosa Roberts, they all put their arms around me and helped me when I first started. Even when my videos weren't anything to any good, they would always encourage me and say, oh, well done, well done. So you're welcome to the squad. And you are welcome on to this platform anytime. Hopefully, we'll be able to figure out how to have two people speaking so that it's like a proper conversation next time. I didn't realize that I would have this problem, so I didn't bother to do a practice run with it, because the last time I did a calling, I didn't have this problem at all, so I'm not quite sure why it has happened this time, but oh well. Sometimes it happens, technology, right? So let's continue. Let's continue. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please go ahead to subscribe to her channel. The link to her channel is at the top of the chat. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. It's currently at 124 subscribers. I know that we can do this. Okay. Lakiva. Thank you. Thank you, Gwen. Thank you so much. So now I think anybody else who would like to have the spotlight turned on their channel, please go ahead to send me a message. You can send me a message, I think, by email. And then we can turn the spotlight on your channel, just like we have done for the House of Sussex. And I know Sussex Love was saying that she was thinking about starting a channel. So if you're here, Sussex Love, go ahead, start the channel. We would turn the spotlight on your channel, just as we are doing for the House of Sussex, to help you grow your channel. And if there are any business people here, you don't necessarily have to, the channel doesn't have to be about Sussex content. After all, you're a Sussex supporter, so we will definitely support your channel if you decide to start one. So just send me an email. You can find my email address on the about page of my YouTube channel, and then we will set it up. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. So the next thing is there is an uncomfortable update in the case of the Heritage Foundation against the United States Department of Homeland Security. So the judge in the case has requested that the documents be sent to him for review in camera. Okay, I'm just going to read out the relevant section, not all of it, just so that we can see it. He says the FOIA authorizes the court to review declarations and or contested records in camera to determine whether such records or any part of them shall be withheld under any of the exemptions contained within the statute. Okay, so having reviewed the parties' written submissions and heard oral argument on the motions, the court concludes that in-camera review is necessary to determine whether the records in dispute come within the scope of the claimed exemptions. It is therefore ordered that on or before March 21st, 2024, defendant, that is the Department of Homeland Security, shall submit to the court in camera a declaration or declarations that detail with I can't speak, with particularity the records it is withholding and the particular harm that would arise from public disclosure of them. Defendant may supplement its declarations with any materials it deems appropriate. Defendant shall contact the court to determine the preferred method of delivery and arrangements for returning the materials once the court concludes its review. So I heard something about the judge being a MAGA supporter. Does anybody know how true this is? Does anybody know about this and want to educate us on it? Please feel free to call in to discuss this issue. Ooh, gosh. The Rangers are in full throttle this evening. And also, since we're talking about court cases, does anyone know how to access Samantha Markle's court case against Meghan? I tried it. I tried very hard to access it through the court listener website, but I got stuck and I couldn't access it. So if you know how to access Samantha Markle's court case against Meghan, please go ahead to send me an email or something. And before we go on, there was this one. I woke up to see this story. I was literally so enraged. I was like, what? When did we get here? Is this a story? How do you use your platform, your large and massive platform, to send out hateful content all in the name of writing a story? Is this an indication of where we are in society? So I wrote them a letter complaining. I wrote Ipso a letter complaining about the article. And if you have the time or and energy, please go ahead to do so as well. I get pushback when I get invested in actions like this because some people's attitude is more like, don't bother with it, just leave them alone. Focus on the positive stories. But the point is that the reason why we've been able to get as much traction as we have is because we have previously pushed back against negative stories like this. And this is why we achieved Piers Morgan losing his job, Dan Wooten, and so on and so forth, as it has happened in the past. So ignoring the stories for me is not an option. You will find the details of how to complain on my community posts, but I think I left the link on there, and then some people have said that they keep getting an error message. So I would suggest I would suggest that you just put in ipso and how to complain into Google, and the form that you need to fill will come up. And then you can use my letter as a template and just send it off if you want to do that. Okay. So now, if you're just joining us, please can you subscribe, like, and leave a heart emoji in the comment section just so for the YouTube engagement. Let's see what we can do to push this video. It seems like it has attracted everyone. All the werewolves have come out of the darkness. All the werewolves have come out of the darkness. Can I just ask you all, how many people have listened to Archetypes? Can you give me a hands up emoji in the chat? Did you listen to it? Have you listened to it before, or have you re-listened to it since the relaunch of the Archetypes with Lemonada? Reba says, you noticed that Mouthpiece did not tell Harry to stay away. How dare that media troll say anything to Meghan? No Meghan, no Harry. What about that? Harry should testify via Zoom. That would be brilliant. That would be brilliant. Okay, because as you might have seen from the title of this live stream, I have an archetypes quiz for you, and it is on the first one, but don't worry, it's not a difficult one. The questions are very, very easy. So are we ready? Are we ready? You can keep notes by yourself. Okay. And then you can keep notes by yourself and then tell me how well you did at the end of it. It's just 10 questions. Okay. So the first one is, where did Meghan Markle grow up? New York, Chicago, Los Angeles. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a timer on. I'm going to put a timer on and say 15 seconds. So, you can, that's a good question. Do we answer in the chat? Yes, go ahead. Answer in the chat. So that's 15 seconds done. I've seen a lot of people say LA, 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 LA. Okay. So keep note for your own self. I think I have to devise a prize for other quizzes going forward. But yes, it's correct. It's Los Angeles. So the next question. What age was Meghan Markle when she saw the commercial that impacted her? A, 9 years old, B, 11 years old, C, 13 years old. And I put the timer on. Okay. I've seen a lot of people with 11 years old, and that is correct. 11 years old. Next question. What product was being advertised in the commercial that upset Meghan Markle? Tide laundry detergent, Ivory Clear dishwashing liquid, palm olive dish soap. I'm setting the timer now. Right. So you've got B, yes. Ivory Clear dishwashing liquid. Oh my God. All right, next one. What did the boys in Meghan Markle's class say about women in the kitchen? A, women belong in the kitchen. B, women belong in the garden. C, women belong in the garage. Okay. I see a lot of people with A, and that is correct. They say women belong in the kitchen. Next question. This is a bit tougher. Oh, how can it be time? Oh, when we haven't even started. So let me read the question. Who did Meghan Markle reach out to in her letter writing campaign to address the issue with the commercial? Oprah Winfrey, Ellen DeGeneres, Michelle Obama. A. B. First Lady Hillary Clinton, Attorney Gloria Allred, and Linda Ellerby. C. Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga. You're so good. You're so good. Oh, me. Right. First Lady Hillary Clinton, Attorney Gloria Allred, Linda Ellerby, and the President of Procter Gamble Company. Next question. What is the title of Meghan Markle's podcast? A. Archetypes, B. The Royal R, C. Feminist Chronicles. It's an A. It's a sweep of A's across the board. Okay. Next one. Archetypes. So, who was Meghan Markle's first guest on her podcast? A. Oprah Winfrey, B. Serena Williams, C. Michelle Obama. And it's a sweep of B's across the board. Are you right? Let's check. Serena Williams. Yeah. Okay, next one. What word did Meghan Markle and Serena Williams discuss on the podcast related to women? A, empowerment, B, ambition, C, equality. Let's go. Time starts now. No cheating. No cheating. Okay, the correct answer is ambition. The next one is, what big news did Serena Williams share on the podcast about her career? Sorry. A, she announced her retirement from professional tennis to focus on her family and other passions. B, she announced her comeback to professional tennis. C, she announced her new clothing line. The time starts now. Now. Let's see. She announced her retirement from professional tennis to focus on her family and other passions. Okay, before, if you are new here and you're just joining us, I've seen that a surge of people have just joined the live stream. If you're new here, please go ahead to subscribe, like, and leave a comment in the comment section. It helps us out for the YouTube algorithm. Okay, thank you. The next question is, what school did Meghan Markle attend in Los Angeles that had a feminist ideology? St. Mary's Catholic School, Sacred Heart Academy, Immaculate Heart. The timer starts now. And the answer to that is Immaculate Heart. Okay. So, how well did we all do? Did you take note of your answers? Did you get all of them right, or how many of them did you get right? You got 9 out of 10. That's a pass mark by any standard. 10 out of 10, Joanne Baker. Well done. 10 out of 10. Marcia says 10 out of 10 as well. 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Okay, that's good. So, did you enjoy it? Should we do it again? If you say yes, then we will do it again next Saturday. It would be the second podcast. We will be doing the quiz on the second podcast. Of the second episode of Archetypes. We'll be doing the quiz on the second episode of Archetypes, and I will find a way to organize it even better than we have done today, and so that we can give out prizes and titles for the person who is able to answer the questions the best. And then after that, we will throw the quizzes open to other YouTube channels and possibly try to organize an archetypes quiz challenge against other channels. Just something to create some fun. The news coming out from the media is always miserable. So we need to make ourselves happy on purpose. And this is one of the things that I can think of doing that I would at least make us smile, because these people are trying so hard to make everybody else as miserable as they are. Okay, I'm going to mute my mic and invite House of Sussex to tell me, what did you think of the quiz? What do you think of the live stream? And will you join us again next time as I move on to the next thing? Okay.
Hello again. I loved the quiz. I'm very competitive, if you haven't noticed. It was great. It was a good refresher of archetypes. I think the answers may get harder as we go along the episodes, but it was great. Thank you so much. And what was the second question? Oh, the podcast, the live stream, amazing. Your content is great.
Thank you.
It's very well organized. The introduction of the quiz, excellent idea. Got everyone participating, so that was great. And you should definitely carry it on.
Will you join us again?
Of course, I would love to.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully we'll deal with this echo before the next podcast.
I know.
Okay.
I'll mute myself because I can hear the echo. I had to listen a few times to hear what you finished saying.
No, I said that hopefully we'll figure out how to make sure that this echo doesn't disrupt the next podcast. Okay. All right. So, guys, that's all I have for this week's podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'm glad that you would enjoy the podcast, and I will make sure to do a longer one next time. Next time we will do. Oh, I thank you, Queen Bee. Thank you for your donation. Really grateful for that. It makes all the effort worthwhile. Thank you very much. So the next quiz I think will be longer. I wasn't quite sure, although I had announced it last week, but since it was the first time I was going to be hosting one, I wanted to make sure that it was something that would be enjoyable. So I didn't want to make it too difficult or put too many moving pieces into it. So next time we're going to take it up a notch and see how we get on with it. Okay, if that is all, as I said, Margaret says, I am re-listening to Archetypes. For everyone who wants to participate in the next Archetypes quiz, be sure to listen to the second one, because that's the one that I am going to be doing the quiz on. Okay. All right, then. Take care, everyone.
Oh, sorry. Can I just add?
Sure.
I just wanted to say a big thank you for all your help. You've been amazing. So unexpected, but so just I was shocked when you offered to help, and there you are. You've been helping me ever since. So thank you so much.
That's okay. That's great. Thank you. We're just grateful. That's all. That's okay. That's I'm just paying forward what has been given to me. Thank you very much for appreciating me and appreciating the Sussex squad. All right, guys. That's all I have for this evening. And that's me done until Tuesday next week. Have a good weekend and I will see you next week. Okay, I'm going to play us out now. Take care.